theme music.
Dun, dun, dun,
I hate
dun,
pop-ups.
dun, dun, dun.
Hello! Let's go here.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Show. Watch it every day.
Our new theme song.
Performed by Lawrence Omar Thompson.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. I know that you guys will be trickling in, so we'll try to not say anything too juicy until we see more of you guys.
Yes.
However, because in case you're watching this after the fact, we do record these shows live for our studio audience.
Every day, 1 p.m. Well, in our case, 1:05 typically.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was some technical difficulties this morning. That's been an ongoing theme. Yesterday, it was, I'm not saying it's a shit show, but before you were here, we had way more mainly mic issues. Popping mics, loud, obnoxious, mics not working at all. This one is, I noticed because the light is on. This morning my mic wasn't working and my phone is blowing up. But what is shocking is that, again, it doesn't sync up to normally the chat is synced. So I don't know if anyone's in there. It's not telling us basically anything. I'm going to blame it on Tanya. Whose fault do you think it is?
Tanya.
I think it's Tanya's fault.
I don't know. I kind of want to blame Theo though too because.
Yeah, he was in the proximity. Normally it does. Hello guys. Hello.
See, no.
Don't blame Tanya. They're coming to your defense.
Aww.
Yeah. Don't blame Tanya. Don't you dare. Yeah, if you guys don't realize by now, Tanya is savage. She can hold her own against anyone, and she honestly, I'm a little afraid.
And you guys should watch our newest TikTok video because Tanya speaks out.
Yeah, no. I'm going to tell you that a certain Caped Crusader... Oh, there you go, Tanya. It actually...
now it's working.
It updated. A certain Caped Crusader called me having seen the video.
Kinky boots in the house.
Yeah.
You guys, he's hating it right now.
I'm like, I don't know if this is the image.
Rob, you got some explaining to do.
Yeah, I'd have to explain to quite a few people. I'm just really happy that the boots that somebody had in mind didn't make it on the actual video.
Should we bring them out to the live stream?
Because I'm telling you right now.
Should we bring the boots out to the live stream?
Now, I'm a size 12. And, inquiring eyes will notice that these are far less than a size 12. So, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. Isn't that the rule?
They fit.
They
fit the
not.
Description.
No, yeah. No.
Lace ups.
Yeah. Those are definitely not my size.
These are deadly though, look.
Yeah.
These
I
are
was
Tanya's
like,
shoes.
those aren't Batman shoes. Those are Catwoman shoes. Those are no.
You know you like the platform, though.
I've got typically no shame. Don't get me wrong, I have no shame. But I also, that's not exactly, no.
He likes them. He likes them.
No. Sure, they're great.
They are sexy.
They would add a lot of inches to someone.
Yeah.
I would be like 6'7" in those.
Wait, how tall are you again?
6'2". So that would be.
I don't know. I thought you were 5'9" or something.
Wow. Five.
I feel like I'm very tall as a woman, and I'm.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'5", but today I'm like 5'8".
Yeah, I'm tall.
I'm sitting down. That's why.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there is some news. Not on our. I guess we should start with local news.
Yeah.
Let's do local.
News.
Like really local. Like super. Like within 50 feet of us right now. The question is, how are things going on our end in the office? The short answer to that, guys, is we're killing it.
Busy bees.
Yes, everyone's had pretty much their head down. It's been super work mode. It's been mini victory after mini victory of accomplishing things.
Yeah.
Some technological feats within the coin code that it's like, here's what happens, because the guys accused me of doing something they called a Build-A-Bear, where they have a victory and they're like, okay, let's just not change anything, let's not add anything, let's just make sure we have no bugs and let's go, right? And because it's like they're, and I'm like, well, hey, let's poke and prod a little bit, let's see, can we do this? And then they're like, no, we can't do it.
He very
But
much likes to test limits for sure.
yeah, so I'm like, well, let's just try. If it
Yeah,
doesn't work,
it doesn't work.
we save it where it is,
Yeah.
and then we make a duplicate and we test some things out and we go into some theory of what the boundaries are of what's capable. And they're hesitant every time. No, we got it going good. It's perfect just the way it is. I'm like, I know it's perfect. I know it's perfect.
Can you tell that he drives everyone nuts here?
But
basically?
can we make it a little better? That's the question. And
Yeah.
so with hesitancy, they say I Build-A-Bear because I customize things and I kind of mold things and like pushing the envelope a little bit. And so then they do it and then we accomplish it, and then I'm the worst type of person because I'm like, oh, that's awesome. We did it. But could we do this?
You're completely right, Matt. There's always room for improvement.
Yeah, so we end up improving
Yeah.
incrementally. We take these little victories and then we move it a little further down the line of what's possible to accomplish. What we do in our coin contract is extraordinary as is with the version we have out right now. With the upgrade, I can tell you I'm pushing us to get some little things done that make huge differences if we can accomplish them. And so far, everything that I've listed, we've accomplished. We've actually found a way to skin the cat, so to speak, to make it happen. I know that we're both cat lovers, but we've.
Yeah, that was a little too much, but
How are we looking? We're looking for Monday.
Yes.
Honestly, if it doesn't happen on Monday, it doesn't happen though. I won't apologize because right now is like, I'm, rather than just going, okay, let's just test it, launch it, and get it out there. I'm really, I told the dev guys, I said, if we took an extra week to do this, we would miss out on a ton of money. But I know what we're doing right now is not something that gets rushed, because each little victory of things like, can we do this, saves money on every single transaction. And if you're going for volume transactions, pennies become millions. And so we're paving the road. So the short answer is we're still on track. The longer answer is I have, when it comes to making a choice, left or right, on whether we rush it or hit our deadline or we delay to put in an extra feature, my voice at least will be that we delay for even up to a week if we had to. But right now we're on track for Monday. We're in a good spot, but that's just between you and me, because nobody else is listening. It's just us. There's some things that I want to do, so I don't want to rush it. I want to, everything that we can put in, I want to put it in now. We're looking at potential loyalty programs down the road, all these things, and I have to with the team here, look at it from a perspective as, okay, what do we need today and what are we going to need tomorrow, because this is our chance to kind of future-proof it to the best of our ability. Not that I wouldn't launch another upgrade, we could, but if we can keep that, when the holder count explodes, that becomes increasingly expensive and difficult to accommodate a really large holder count with a upgrade. So right now it's relatively cheap. It is the time to do it. So anyway, that's where we're at. If we launch an upgrade 2 years from now, another one, then so be it. We'll make it work, and we'll have a big enough war chest to front the bill. It's not incredibly expensive. It's just kind of time intensive, and it takes away from development on any of the other things we have in the ecosystem, because you can only slice the pie so many different ways. Everything has to take your attention. So anyway, things are looking good. We're pushing the envelope. The dev team, give them a lot of love. Every time they have a victory and they think they can take a breath, I put another thing on the plate. And they've been taking, the ball and honestly, they've been making their own. And just like I'm so lucky to be working with an amazing team here. I just they're killing it. So that's what's going on here. We're still on track. I'll let you get. You'll hear it if we're delayed for a day or two or whatever the case may be. I know we've already had a couple delays, so I'm not really worried about like, oh man, we got to make this, otherwise we delay. It's like, no, we kind of missed by a week already, so it is what it is. But yeah, things are looking great. I'm really excited about the features that actually just this morning they conquered. It was basically it's imagine a dream list of how you want things to function on the back end, like technological feats. You're like, nah, we can't do that. That would be crazy. That would shave 20 cents off every transaction. It's too aggressive. And then they're like, this morning, they're like, yeah, we totally did that. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that kind of changes things.
Like, wait, what? Really? Seriously?
Yeah. No, they're kicking ass and taking names. So, long story short is here in the office, head down. Angelina's got the funnest job in the house. So
I do. I love my job.
Feel sorry for the rest of us. Do not feel sorry for Angelina. She gets to
just have fun.
Just have fun. We don't put a lot of. You don't have a lot of. Not that there's not a lot of expectations and things that you do, but we don't be like, we're not like, hey, you have to put X and Y videos together today, and I expect you to accomplish this.
I just come in, and I feel like I already know what I have to do, and I just, I'm just hanging out by myself, doing my thing, and then some people just bug me,
Yeah, not me,
just
ever.
People bug me, so I bug back. That's how you guys got that good TikTok video.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, I'm okay with being the butt of all jokes. I don't really. Some people have thin skin. I have pretty thick skin.
Yeah, I feel like all of us here at the office have thick skin, though. We're always messing with each other.
You have to, especially Theo. You never know when Theo's serious.
Yeah.
Like he's like the little boy who cried wolf. Like you never know. You're like, should I be worried
wait
right
a
now?
minute. And then he'll get you, and then you're like, wait, is he being serious? And then he starts laughing at his own joke.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no other input needed. Penguin, I am field of dreaming this. Like with what you guys may or may not know, those of you who have ever started a business or done something in that, or branched off where you're consulting instead of being a typical employee. If you don't believe in what you're doing and you don't have a lot of confidence in yourself, life is a lot of self-fulfilling prophecies. Like the more you believe in yourself, the more it becomes reality. And so when we approach projects as a team, we never approach it as if we're going to fail. We approach everything as if it's going to be the thing that changes the world. And we've been pleasantly surprised. We've never really been disappointed. Like first off, when we do things as a team, like I don't know, it's the group of people around you that like you're like, we did that. That's awesome. That makes all the difference. And we look back on things. We're like, I mean, there's a ton of nostalgia with this team because we're like, oh, remember our first office where it was like an oven, and remember when we had that old bar and we would never drink out of it, but everyone would always ask about that bar. Our first office had a little fish tank, and we got a fish and it went and ate all the other fish. I mean, there's these
So
little
sad.
Yeah, no, it was really sad actually. And one of the fish that got eaten would let me like pet it. It was funny. But yeah, so yeah, you have to believe in yourself. Topless man walking around. He says topless man walking
I
around.
have pictures to prove it.
Yeah, you better not have pictures of that.
I do have pictures.
Do you want to
And-
say hi?
Hi.
No, like hi.
They can't see you.
They can't see
It's Theo off camera, and accusing
Rob. Of being naked in the office.
I was not naked in the
In front of the
office.
bar.
I was not
Oh.
naked.
We had a bar
It-
in our
there were
office.
they were fleshed. I had my shirt off. I will say that.
Can't you see your ankles?
What did I get?
Well, your ankles exposed. Yes.
Theo right now is the bomb because right now Theo
He's
has
cooking
been,
us lunch too.
he's making lunch for everyone. He's busting it out, and it
Yeah.
smells.
It smells really good in here.
Yeah,
Super
you guys
nice.
can't smell it. Well, I don't even know what it is.
I don't know.
I think he's pressure cooking. Like he put a whole cocktail in the pressure cooker, and
Yeah.
it's like
I don't know how he
exuding
does it.
an aroma. Yeah, it's really wonderful.
And I do walk around the office. I'm always floating around
Yeah.
doing this.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. That
Yeah,
one song. When I
yeah.
was doing it, when I first started, and I was doing that video out of nowhere.
Here's what Angelina says throughout the day. She'll walk in and says to random people, "Can I borrow you for 5 minutes?" And then we're like, "Uh-oh, what is this going to
They're
lead
like-
to?" So last time it was, "Can I borrow you, hey, do you do yoga?" And somebody baited
Yeah.
me into saying, "Oh yeah, so she said, can you sit on the floor like this? This is a cool position." I was like, "I don't think I can do
We
that."
did it as a team though.
Yeah,
so
you
Omar
try
and I
it.
both did it together.
And I'm
we're
sitting
like,
there.
You can do this too.
It hurt so
He was like,
much.
"Wait a minute."
And then I swear to God, it was as close to stuck because it was so much pain trying to stretch in a way that
did get
my.
stuck.
And I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know if I can move right now. I'm broken.
It was bad.
Yeah,
It was
so-
bad. So
and
that's how
then-
you guys got that video.
Yeah, so that's the little snip that you see is me trying to get out of a position that my body was not meant to even attempt.
It was fun though.
So I do want to go to some news. Let me
Yes.
clicky here. Looks like we're showing up. Former Coinbase manager and 2 others charged in crypto insider trading.
Dun, dun,
I
dun.
think I don't have all the details on this. I just kind of the quick and dirty. But one thing I think they're trying to do is send a message, right? Like sending an ear in a box or something like that, or a thumb in a box. They're trying to suggest that they're going to start cracking down on thieves. So 3 people, individual in charge, blah, blah, blah. I saw something that said that they're in their quote. Oh, yeah. So here it is. Today's charges are a further reminder that Web3 is not a law-free zone. Williams said in the release, "Our message with these charges is clear. Fraud is fraud is fraud." And I think they could have even said one more, is fraud. I mean, they really cut themselves
they were
off
trying to
early.
emphasize that fraud is fraud.
Yeah. Now, Adam, I might agree with what you're saying, but Queen Pelosi
Yeah, I was gonna
is
say,
untouchable.
Why do you gotta bring the queen?
So whether it comes on the blockchain or Wall Street, so there, yeah, you screwed. Politicians been doing this all the time. There's no insider trading with politicians. We know for a damn fact they get insider tips.
Yeah.
So if you work on Wall Street, the SEC will basically come after you and insider trading and yada yada. The politicians can literally be in charge of bills that affect the entire economy, and they got the inside scoop whether they're going to pass or not. I'm sure they can put their thumb on something to stall it or let it go. And yet you're 100% right, but I'm not going to get on a soapbox and rave about that. So, and the Southern District of New York will continue to be relentless in bringing fraudsters to justice wherever we may find them. Wow, it sounds like they're really standing up for the people. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's a really, really good person or department or division going and doing the people's justice. I do want to see people arrested that are committing fraud, so I'm not going to mock the too much. I like seeing progress. Hopefully it's not just feigned and specific and isolated, where I love to see. And here's the other challenge is a lot of the people that are defrauding in crypto right now, they aren't within the jurisdiction of New York or the US. They're out of country. They're in Singapore, Nigeria, and Korea, and some of these other countries. And I'm not even talking about North Korea, South Korea too. And so I guess as long as we're getting the ones we can get, that puts a dent in it. But I don't know. I'd love to see companies that mismanage, and like a lot of these places that are going to the banks. I'd love to see, like, I think people would manage companies different if their asses were on the line. And so Vault and Voyager and Celsius, where people are losing, their livelihood because people mismanage the companies, I'd love to see them responsible. I mean, not just the people committing blatant fraud, but people that are not good fiduciaries and aren't doing what's best. I'm all about them cracking down on thieves and fraud, but it seems like they're doing everything they can to be relevant in their crypto space. Yeah, it's kind of like what's that word? Virtue signaling. They're virtue signaling maybe in crypto but they're not. It's not virtue. They're showing their presence. The vetting should be extensive. Honestly, we're still looking for people that are doing that. I saw one, it was like Seifu or something like that, where they said that they vetted the teams properly. I really am interested. I'm going to look more into that. And we have been looking at different auditing platforms to see if any have a high enough standard that, like, one of the big ones is Certic audit. And I just kept looking through. I'm like, I identified a bunch of rug pulls in there, and I'm like, and they do the audit. They don't say, I think they were a little too generous. They had major and critical issues in some of these things, and they're just like, yeah, but it's okay. And it's like,
I have a question. Okay, so when a new coin comes out, do those automatically get audited or no? No. Okay.
You basically have to pay a third-party company to go through your coin code and vet, and the audits go through a lens. What they're basically saying is, not can the deployer or the person, the owner of the contract, because they get free reign. They're looking at it from penetration from the outside, so, which is healthy. I like that too. So they're not really looking at it from does this set up a developer to rug pull? Because there's no real way that they can say that anyone can or can't. If you're a deployer of a contract, I can tell you, going through the token code and the ways that we've tried to prevent, anyone that says that they can absolutely prevent rug pulls is 100% lying. So they're only looking for, is the contract safe from outside intrusion, right? Can someone through the that's the least the lens of perspective. Can it be hacked? Is it vulnerable? Should something have been listed as private where it was made public, which kind of opens it up? They're looking at it from that perspective. It doesn't give you any assurance to the number one problem that plagues the industry is not people coming in from the outside. It's the fact that the deployers of contracts can't be trusted themselves. And I just posted a video in Telegram the other day. This guy who, he doesn't have a lot of views on his video, but I'm watching it and I'm like, he's at least saying something that I've said, which is real teams aren't. There's something in the token code where you can do what's called renounce ownership, and it's supposed to broadcast. It's supposed to broadcast that. Let me switch cameras. when you renounce ownership, it's supposed to broadcast that you are making everyone feel safe. I'm limiting myself. You don't have to trust me. I've renounced ownership and the contract is flying on its own. And even if I wanted to mess things up or do bad things, I can't anymore because I renounce ownership. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's all bullshit. We could functionally, now I'm not saying, you know our team, right? I'm not saying we're doing this. So anyone that cuts or snips this part of the video to selectively snip out something like, look, we splice all these words together and he said something horrible. No. Okay. But as a team, if we had ill intentions, we could absolutely do everything the worst that you could ever imagine after, they become the whales, after renouncing ownership. We can give ourselves full backdoor access. You never even, in the contract, it's all private, and you never even see that we have backdoor, and there's no way to, number one, there's no way to stop it. There's nothing within the BEP 20 standard to prevent it. There's no way any team that's savvy, and I'm gonna tell you what, the fraudsters, that's the only angle that they actually pay attention to is how can I steal? That's all they care about. And so if there's a way and a path, they're going to find it. Period. There's nothing that can be done to stop that. And since right now the cost to deploy a contract, especially on BNB, is so low, on the BNB Smart Chain is so low, we go through the new ones listed on whether it's CoinMarketCap or all these other sites, and we go through their like every day we're going through at least a couple contracts to see if anything's new or if it's just the same old bullshit. And they're fraud. And there's nothing that can be done. And so the video I posted on Telegram the other day, our chat interface for those that may not know, is where we can talk to the community. I linked a video and he says, to the best of my estimation, real teams don't renounce ownership. Real teams don't. In fact, 100% of the fraudsters, to give that false sense of security to their victims, renounce ownership. And then renouncing does, on a functional level, does absolutely nothing to prevent any of the fraud that they want to commit. In fact, the only thing that renouncing does is make it, the only function that's omitted is, because they give themselves special, is they can't take ownership of the contract back. But every function within that contract, they can still execute. And for us, just so you guys know, we have a way that we could literally, if we wanted to, if we wanted to make the public feel better, we could renounce ownership, have full, like, we could do everything that we've ever need to do or want to do, whether it's good things or bad things, and we could even take ownership back through a back door if we wanted to too, and there's nothing, you wouldn't even know that. So it's when you start chipping away the pieces and layers of bullshit that's been spread, maybe renouncing was something that was, I mean, honestly, it could have been something that was invented by the community that wants to commit fraud as a way to placate people, to make people feel better. Hi, me too. Thanks for joining us. Welcome. So I'm just going through renouncing ownership. That video, the master plan. But the idea that we should renounce ownership, I know that we've heard that. We've heard it from people outside of our community asking us and questioning and really judging harshly. Like, you guys, no, I'm not Batman. Not Batman. But we've heard from outside the community people judging harshly, saying, hey, I would invest in you guys and I like your coin, but you haven't renounced ownership, and that concerns me. And I'm like, it's something that we have to speak to, but I also, like, it's like a safety blanket. Like, we can do it and still do, like, for you guys, if it made you guys feel better and you guys, hey, just renounce ownership. I don't care if it still allows backdoors, this, that, just do it. I'm telling you, we could do it right now with, and if Omar's like, yeah, we can renounce. Lola can still function. We can still function. It wouldn't protect you guys from any rug pulls. It would do nothing, and anyone that says otherwise is being disingenuous. Yeah. Maybe too transparent. Like I said, anyone takes something that I say out of context or doesn't catch the pre-disclaimer, they could definitely make it look another way.
He's very passionate about what he says, if you guys haven't noticed.
Yeah, if it doesn't come across, well, I like what I do. I love staying informed on this stuff. I owe it to you guys to take in all this information and try to get what I think to be the important things out to the community, because there's a lot of noise out there, and you guys, we you know, you got a million people in your ear telling you, and all of them think they know something, and most of the time we're just regurgitating what we hear, and there's nothing wrong with that either. I'm not judging that. I do that plenty, but we've got to put things through a filter of what's true, and for me, truth matters more than perception. I know perception can become truth, but I like the idea that we start off with truth. Yeah, the loaded AI. Oh yeah. So let me answer to that, because Omar pointed out, when you get a sense for other people, it's a lot easier to trust a company and the team, unlike other coins that throw out a tweet or press release every so often. Matt, I appreciate that. Renounce the renouncers. Totally agree. Fred, to answer Fred's question, because Fred, you're spot on. I think the bigger concern is the loaded AI wallet. And that was a big victory we had this morning. We had questions on, we're going to be doing some stuff that's really never been done before, and the way that it's moving forward with efficiency for both minting and the liquidity pool, where because there's going to be, with our ecosystem, there's going to be a metric ton of transactions flowing through the DEX. To comply with any regulations to take heat off our back, we are, for our ecosystem, going to be using the Pancake Swap DEX. It means that each transaction will lose about 1/5% to paying the DEX for that service, but the DEX will bear the brunt of the workload. We're putting it all through the DEX, so we're not the exchange, right? Legitimately, we won't. We're going to be using an exchange.
Mm-hmm.
The DEX is decentralized exchange. You're on it.
It's my job to know and learn.
Well, but you know,
I come every day to the office, and he'll come up to my desk. Did you know this?
Well,
did you know about this? Let me show you this video. And honestly, it has been helping so much, because this is really bad, but I thought crypto was.
No, say it. I mean, in perception, you have.
Yeah, I thought, honestly, I thought it was a scam.
Yeah. No,
I really did. I wasn't into it. I was like, why did I apply for this job? And then I started working here, and honestly, the whole thing is just amazing. The project itself and what's to come in the future, which I'm extremely I mean, you guys are all excited as well, but
I haven't even told you you're out yesterday. I'm gonna drop something that I dropped on you guys yesterday with,
what is it?
What's one of the, when you go shopping, what's one of the favorite things you use for the shopping experience? Favorite product, digital product or digital service? You rave about it.
He always comes for me.
Okay,
Afterpay.
Okay.
I love Afterpay. And I think we talked about this a couple days ago.
We made a little progress on that. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's leave it at that. We made a little progress. So
I'm like, can this hurry up so I can find out what this is?
So anyway, the renouncing ownership. If you haven't watched that video, I want you to watch that video. It's 4.5 minutes. It's not long. I'll make sure we link it off our main site. Maybe we'll do a reaction where we watch it so it becomes part of ours, where maybe tomorrow we could watch it and do a reaction video to it.
They said that you should give me 2 Anubits. I agree too.
Whoever wins today's question will receive Anubits. Fred, you never gave me your wallet address, bro. You won yesterday. I know you wanted to donate it without. Thank you, Adam. for the link. So there's a video. Watch that. That guy's great. He talks about the renouncing ownership, should or shouldn't, and 100% of the scammers he's witnessing are renouncing ownership. They do that because there's a lot of these. There's a bunch of check sites. Is Honeypot. Honeypot is the single most popular rug pull right now that we see released is what's called a honeypot. And it's a simple mechanic that they build in. What they do is the graphs almost always look the same. They allow buying, but there's no selling. So everyone sees the candle going up. They jump on the candle of a new release, and at a set interval, they hit the button. They do a dump, and then people buy again. So you just see these huge candles, and then they dump everything, and then they just repeat that, and it gets these suckers going right into it. And so we see the honeypots. So there's honeypot check, but there's another site that scans the token contract. It checks her buy sell fees and all these things. And one of the checks is the biggest red flag they have is ownership renounced. And if it's not renounced, it says at the top, and it says that on ours. And it's like, it's not renounced. This is a huge red flag, and it's like it's a lot of drama surrounding is the contract renounced. So of course, all the scam artists are they're like, oh, well, let's just freaking put in back doors and let's renounce ownership. Now we look like we're good, and then people feel better. So so Fred said I could have them, but I said please give them to children in Africa.
Oh, someone's new to our live stream. Well, this is a place to learn about cryptocurrency.
Yeah, if you know very little, just
we are here to help.
First off, you can go back to our videos and just put it on in the background and absorb. You'll hear a bunch of jokes with a little bit of content related to facts, the best as we know them, and you'll learn. We try to make it kind of enjoyable. This is basically, I don't even know this is a podcast. It's just, I don't know what it is.
It's just us.
We're trying to figure out what it is.
Talking in front of a camera, me just listening to you, absorbing all this information, and asking you questions, and just being ourselves.
Well, some of the things that how little you know about cryptocurrency, that will change over time. You'll know more and more, and some of it is stuff you learn that isn't true. And so what we try to do is focus on getting you as much truth as we know it, and if it changes, I have no problem coming out and saying, hey, I was wrong about this. Even that video that King just linked, if you go to that same guy, if you watch that video and you go to the same guy a year before and watch his video, he's raving about how you should renounce ownership of contracts, and then a year later he's like, oh snap, things have changed, pretty much all the scam artists are renouncing. Here's in 2022, here's what you should look for to see if it's a legit. So things are moving, and so that's the way we are. We're just gonna tell you the truth as we know it, and let you guys figure it out. You guys are all smart. You made your way into watching this, so smart enough to get there. You're smart enough to figure out what's truth on your own, but we'll give it to you as straight as we can. So Fred said I could have them. Please give them to Children in Africa. Wherever you want coin to go, you specify, we'll send it there. We got enough work to do to I'm not gonna go source Children in Africa wallet. That's something that if you want to do that and file a 501c3 or whatever you need to do, we do take 10% of all the fees we charge as we grow our ecosystem goes automatically to charity. So we do our own charity. This comes out of our marketing budget. We already do charity. Yeah, I'll let you guys handle where you want them to go.
Are you ready for our game show? Do we have more information? Oh.
Honestly, Michael, me too. No, some of them aren't. Some of them are like, well, let me know if you want to renounce ownership. So sometimes it's not effective. And the reality is, I'm not, as much as I want to convince people, I really don't want to convince people. I want to give them the truth and let everyone decide for themselves. So if people believe me that I'm telling them the truth and they change their perception, so be it. I'm not going to convince anyone of anything. And that's one of the problems in crypto is it's hard to figure out which voices to trust. All I can do is be as honest as possible and let people decide what what matters to them. And there's really, in 2022, this was true even 10 years ago, but probably more. If you can't find truth on the internet, it's because there's a lot of people that run interference on that, for sure. But it's also a little bit, we got to take personal responsibility. There's a lot of information out there, and it takes a lot of time to evaluate different. Sometimes we just get lazy. We find something that sounds like truth and we just stop looking. It's up to all of us to kind of like, and it's up to you guys to question me. If I say something, you guys like, hey, that isn't actually true. Here's what I found. It's your job to correct me, because I'm fallible for sure. So we all have a little bit of responsibility to, especially in the world of crypto, where there's so many voices that have their angles. There's the haters, they're saying what they're saying. There's the scammers on the inside. There's the big corporations that are telling their customers, like Coinbase, they could absolutely freeze withdrawals tomorrow and say, hey, withdrawals are frozen for the immediate. They could basically shutter their doors. But the moment before that, they're going to be telling everybody how wonderful things are. So you can't really trust when they say, yeah, Robinhood did a moment's notice. You can't really trust those big corporate guys either, because they're just they're on their ivory towers and they don't really give a shit about us. So yeah, I mean, we kind of we owe it to each other to look out for each other the best we can. So I'm not saying Coinbase is going to shutter its doors. I think the last press releases they have said that they're really good and they're weathering the storm. But there's been some signals that set off red flag. I wouldn't have any money in there, just me personally, because I don't trust anything having my money in all on these guys. When I see the dominoes falling on some of these big things, and they're sending out they're doing things that send signals to me. They froze hiring, they laid off people, they've come out and said, yeah, our terms of use, if we ever go bankrupt, we're keeping your fucking crypto. That's pretty clear right there. They canceled their affiliate program, where they're no longer supporting influencers and trying to grow through affiliates. Well, guess what? When companies are in trouble, I know that one of the budgets they cut is advertising. Mm-hmm. It's on the chopping block. So whereas a lot of people say that advertising leads to business and you can't cut that, that's one of the things that they tend to cut. So they're cutting staff, they're cutting relationships, they're cutting advertising. I mean, none of those are positive signals. Anyone that has coin sitting in their Coinbase wallet thinking it's secure, then you must have balls of steel. So okay, that's crazy. I defer to you guys on topics and imagine you would be doing what's best for the progress of success. I'd like to think we do our best. We will always do our best. If we fall short in any way, you hold us accountable, we can take our licks. We, like was said, we have thick skin. If you can't find the truth, you're not looking hard enough. Don't play by the same rules as the small people. Trust by verify. I love trust by verify, because peace of mind, right? Basically when things are transparent, trust is a lot easier than people that are like putting up the curtain, and saying we're doing good things behind the curtain, but they won't give you a glimpse behind it. So that's kind of why we do this show. It's a glimpse behind the curtain. And I think we keep you guys in pretty good loop.
I mean, we tell you guys what we're having for lunch nearly all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just today, we just don't know what we're actually having for lunch.
Yeah, I hear kitchen sounds.
Yeah.
You miss.
It smells so good.
On Wednesday, was it Tuesday?
They had sushi without me yesterday.
Oh yeah, we went to sushi yesterday. It was awesome. And
you guys fed me disgusting ramen on Tuesday.
It was the worst.
It was horrible.
It was. I had. They called it salmon. They called it salmon. It was like a salmon. It was a dried out salmon wafer. It was.
It looked like a cat or dog treat, but my cat's treats don't even
they
look
wouldn't
that
have
dry.
eaten. My cats would have been like, ugh.
Yeah.
It was the It was the single worst salmon I've had in my whole life.
I feel bad for you. I was like,
Yeah, you're looking at it, you're like, ooh.
I'm like, you should have some of mine.
Yeah, I was still hungry afterwards because
Yeah.
some of it fell on the floor, and I was like, because I was eating, I was just like, oh yeah.
They're so embarrassing though. They were all like commenting on how bad the food was
Hella loud.
in front of the workers sitting right next to us, and I was just
The
like,
rule of thumb is you don't talk shit before you get your food, because no, there was no code brown. There was no code brown. But you don't talk shit before you get your food, because you might end up with, I just picture them doing the worst things, right? And anyone that's seen what's that movie, like Serving or something like that? But after you have your food, if it's awful and it's not, you're not sending it back to the kitchen for some sort of correction.
the worst people to have lunch with. I swear.
Like especially since one of us is a former chef or is a chef.
Yeah.
I mean,
his food was bad too. I think he had chicken.
It looked like jerky. It was the worst. We were quite vocal, not in a shitty way. Well, in a shitty way, in a shitty way, but not in. We were just having fun, because if you can't laugh about anyone objectively looking, sorry, Tanya Hackney, if anyone objectively looking at that food and not laughing how pathetically awful it was, I mean, we should have had a sign. There was like 2 people in that place.
There was, and it was around lunchtime.
Who made that suggestion? Oh yeah, I did.
He did.
Googled it. I Googled.
Yeah,
Google did me
but
dirty, man.
The only good thing that came out of having lunch there was just drinking a White Claw that was strawberry flavored. Hey, those are hard to come around.
All right, so this one, let's do something easy.
I feel like this is easy.
Yeah, well, you already went over that one. No. You can't do it. Do the one above it. Do the one above it. Or do this one. That one's easy.
That one is easy. I like
All
that
right.
one too.
Yeah, let's do...
All right, you guys. You guys know the drill. If you guys are ready.
Two? Yeah. If you're ready, let's see some R's.
Wait, are we doing...
Get out of here, Tanya. Look at that.
All right.
Ghost, appreciate that. We definitely... So, for those that are new to the drill, we will... All right. So, here's how this works for anyone that's new. We are going to ask a question.
Yes.
The first person to respond with the correct answer, spelled correctly, is going to get awarded with 2 Anubits. 2 Anubits. You have to message me with a direct message in Telegram. There's a link right there. You have to message in Telegram with your wallet address, and I will directly send you 2 Anubits. So that's the way it's going to go down. We have previous victors in here. It is real. Spam blocked on accident. We will. I think she's just messing. Are you just messing with people, Tanya?
No.
Wait.
I think that's her
Me
second
too got
time.
spam blocked on accident. We have to wait. Why didn't you yell that? She could have yelled it, but she's typing.
Also, while we play, we give you guys a chance to go on google.com for the
Okay.
answer.
So that's what happened to me the other day when I was on chat. I did all caps and sent it, and it spam blocked me for like 180 seconds.
So for 3 minutes?
Yeah.
3 minutes.
So I just...
Everyone, a round of applause for Tanya. Just coming on camera. It's such a rare treat that
Yes.
we get to enjoy her presence.
You can see here, it says, thanks me to message deleted. That means he got spam blocked.
Okay, so Me Too is apparently spam blocked for a period of time.
That's in the settings. I'm checking out the settings.
Yeah, go check out she's going to check out the settings. I know everyone's ready. We will ask another ready call. Give us a second. For those
We
of
like
you
to
who
be
are
fair.
be patient, I'll tell you what, we could do 2 giveaways.
We could.
We can do round 1 without him, and then round 2, we'll see if he can make it in. How do you guys like that? If you guys like the idea of that, we'll give away 4 today. 4. There will be no second places. We'll do 4 today. It'll be round 1 winner, round 2 winner.
On Monday, we're going to have a whole list of new questions, but we have something fun that we're adding in. I don't think we told you.
No, news
Theo-
to me.
Theo ordered
As long as it's
something
not
so
me
much
wearing
fun.
Catwoman shoes, I'm down.
No, you're wearing shorts today.
Okay. You know, Tom, I could be like bottomless from the waist down for all they know.
He's wearing shorts.
I mean, I didn't shave. Yeah. I
But
mean,
you guys are not supposed to shave unless they look like
wait, what?
crazy.
No,
I don't know.
I was raised that you shave or you get your ass
I forgot
beat,
to shave too.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, are we ready for the first question and then we can do?
So you want to do the
I'm gonna
first.
do this one.
Okay, do that one. First question, 2 points.
Alrighty,
All right, here we go.
let's go. What is the largest exchange by daily volume worldwide? Question mark. Go. Oh,
Boom, Fred.
Fred.
What is he? What are you doing, Fred? How did you like all this time? No, it's not KuCoin.
It's funny.
No, Red Rebel would have been number 2, but sorry, no second places. Fred was like,
He has like 2 iPads. His
is Fred
computer.
in the office somewhere? Is he here right now? I don't get it.
Where's Fred's haters though? He doesn't have any.
Where are you at,
haters.
Fred? What part of the world are you in? Are you in the U.S.? Andrew Tate. Inside job. No, where are you at, Fred? For real. I know you can type that response in 2 seconds because you busted out ByteDance before I finished the sentence. West Coast. I wonder if there's less delay because we're West Coast and he's on the West Coast. So that's kind of an unfair advantage, Fred. You've been sandbagging everybody. That's 2 days in a row that Fred has won. He did not send me his wallet address. He has not received yesterday's. That's 3 he won yesterday. That's 2 today. We're waiting on me too for question number 2. Hopefully, someone type to Michael to sort his shit out. I blame Red Rebel for this.
See, people are still hating.
Fred's like running away with the game, and everyone still hates on Red Rebel. This is getting out of hand. Yeah.
So you know he has like a haters page.
Oh yeah, Red Rebel haters page for life. Down the street from their office. He could be, for all we know. He doesn't know where our office is, so we don't really broadcast that because.
It's on this mountain that we call Space Mountain.
Tanya already has enough stalkers. She doesn't need any more.
Outside of nowhere.
Yes.
Okay, we see you.
We see you. All right.
Back.
Question number 2. Everyone type an exclamation if you're ready.
Go.
Everyone type 4 quick exclamations, and they all get banned like for 3 more minutes.
We didn't even agree on what.
Everyone except for me too type something because I don't want you to get blacklisted. All right, does exclamation do a command or something? Fred answered in my chat before I even heard the. Yeah, see that's some. Should we do a cooldown on Fred so he can't win a second time?
Sorry, Fred.
Fred, I'm not going to let you win the second question, but I do want to see how quickly you answer. So, all right, here it goes. Fred will not be winning, but for posterity, I expect an answer as quick as you can. You're going to do the A. Okay. All right. Are you guys ready?
Are you guys ready? What does AMM stand for? Question mark. Go.
I think the question mark was implied. Ooh.
Wow, their typing fingers are not working well.
It's because they don't want a non-aligned movement. Okay, Fred, no.
You're done.
No.
There's this TikTok that I'm always watching.
All male models. Yay!
Hey, we have a winner.
King. Really? Tanya? Really, Tanya? Really? Y'all think that I'm bad. King took it. So, Adam, Yeah. Send me your. It is Automated Market
Wait.
Makers.
Wait, no.
Oh, Yenna dude.
Yeah, Yenna dude. Yeah.
Yenna dude
He's
is so true.
I got your back. See, I got you.
Yenna dude. He's Yenna dude is the winner. I am so sorry. I totally just skipped right over Automated Market Makers. That is the correct answer.
Yes.
And to tell you what that is, it's Yenna dude, yay. It is the internal vehicle inside the liquidity pool. It's like the program running inside of the liquidity pool that makes the balance and determines the price, the relative price of everything within the pair. So
He didn't capitalize them.
so we're gonna let it go. It's the right answer. It's spelled properly. We're good. That is the right answer. It is honestly, it's something that exists only in crypto, and it's a very simple and phenomenal way of doing things. It all is also the way that we are able to control and stabilize a price by using the AMM. So I'm having both now, bro. What? Haha, King got shafted. Y'all are pretty bad. So I like it. Let's continue it on. Tomorrow is going to be. Is it tomorrow's going to be setting the setting or Monday?
Monday.
Tomorrow's going to suck, but we'll be here anyway.
Yeah, we'll be here. We'll have some lavender tea lattes.
Really?
Yes, that we've been meaning to
Okay,
drink.
so apparently,
I don't
am
remember
I allowed
who.
to drink a lavender tea latte? Is that going to give
Or
me code
a,
brown blue
a
boobs?
lavender London fog. I don't know who recommended it though. I
London
forgot.
fog, isn't that a jacket? Isn't that a coat?
Anyways, we gotta go have lunch. We
All
had a
right.
good time with you guys today.
We're gonna go eat.
We're gonna go eat.
And then get back to work
Yes.
and get things done. So thank you all for joining. Winners, please message. Please message in Telegram. Those that are new, thanks for joining us. And we will have another giveaway tomorrow. Every day, somebody stands to win.
Yes.
Although with coin, are we gonna give away half the amount when the coin price goes up? Or are we gonna keep the totals the
We're
same?
gonna think about that. We'll get back to you
I mean,
guys.
yeah.
Eileen, no wig. We gotta go.
All right, thank you guys.
Bye.
Wow, Tanya's